explain to everybody what's coming.
Okay, so I don't know if Betelgeuse is the wave of light that the angels have been talking about, but somebody just brought it to my attention like 2 or 3 days ago that this Betelgeuse thing is out there, and then since then it seems like 50 people have brought it to my attention. That you're right, that there is this star that's in the Orion's belt that is in and because it's so far away, the light that we are seeing from this star actually was created like in our 1400s, in the 14th century or something like that. And it just took this long to travel to us. But what we are seeing now is that it is a star, as we observe it, that's in its last stages of life and is in the process of about to explode, which could happen at any time.
Supernova, a supernova.
Into a supernova, which would we wouldn't get any debris from it because it's too far away, but we would get an enormous amount of light from it. So I'm hearing all this right now because the angels have been talking about for some time about the 3 waves of light are coming to the planet. The first one, they said, is coming soon. And when the angels say soon, they mean like soon, like it's angel time. We don't really know when soon is. But they first mentioned it a couple of years ago, and then they've been recently, like almost every message has been about this. They've been touching on it to some degree in the last many messages every Friday. And the wave of light, they say, is the moment that we will look back on and say that was the moment that everything changed. And they said it's a wave of light that will soak into everything on Earth. It'll soak through, so there's no way you can miss it. Like if you happen to be like in the bathroom at the time with the doors closed and the windows closed, don't worry, it will still get you. It'll get you no matter where you are. That it'll soak into the planet, into us. That the only way that it won't harm anybody. They say this first wave harms no one, and that it is that it will the only way that we can not receive the benefits of this wave of light is if we are in resistance by wishing or wanting things to be the way that they were. So the only thing that can make it difficult for us is our own rejection of the light, is our resistance to the light. So the idea is when it comes, it is to be in your heart, to be in a space, and they've been telling us for years that the goal is to be open, to be allowing, and to not have any expectations. Because they've said that what we will experience will be so far outside of what we've experienced in the past that it's better if we just are open like a newborn child, like open, totally open mind, and that will help us to see what is different.
And from my understanding, that Betelgeuse is actually about 760 times the size of our sun.
Yeah, it's
is
like
what I was told. It's massive.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be this light. And from what I understand, it's already happened. It happened hundreds and hundreds of years ago. The light is just starts to screw with your head, but the light is just about to hit us. And from what I understand, once it hits us, it's going to be a permanent fixture in our sky. For a few thousand years, because it takes so long for it to get here. So there'll be multiple generations who will only know, kind of like the moon. The moon's always there.
Yeah.
But this light source is always going to be there in the sky, day or night, depending on how you look at it. It will always be available. It's pretty mind-blowing. And I think that is that's something that the whole planet can get kind of around, because the whole planet can see it.
It'll be visual, right? It's the science and spirituality coming together, you know what I mean? Where the angels have been talking about this for years, and then all of a sudden the scientists are like, hey, we were looking through the Hubble telescope and look what we see. Well, we will just have to see how it plays out. They said that at the beginning people won't realize the depth of the effect that this light has, but that there will be, and it's not a thing where people experience, like the people who don't accept the light, they're not going to like go to some other place. It'll be like 2 worlds in one. It'll be like we are all be coexisting, but some people will be living in this new state of existence, and other people will be struggling because they will be in resistance, and that struggle is completely understandable. Like for those that, like everybody who's listening to you, Alex, is on a spiritual path. They're seeking this information out and they're receptive, right? They want it. But there's a lot of people who are very fearful and who feel a lot more comfortable with things that match their prior experience. They're looking to pattern match to what they already know, and they feel a lot more secure in living through the head, in doing things that they used, the way that things have always been. And they're very trapped in the ideas of, I gotta stay on this particular track in order for my life to be okay. You know, I have to do these things, and they may really struggle with this shift in light. So I think this is the reason why all of the volunteers, all of the healers, all of the channels are here now, is to help with that exact problem, with those people who are struggling. I think this is the time.
Yeah, and the struggle that we're seeing every day that plays out in the news is that people who are connected to the old established ways because they're fearful of change.
Yeah.
And then the other group of people who are like, no, let's dismiss things that aren't working for us anymore.
Yeah.
Let's build out new systems, because it's obvious that there's many systems in the world that are not working, from political to economic to healthcare to environmental to energy to I mean, these old systems are starting to crash down. And